excited to bring back the woman who started it all. Of course, this is Kim Gatlin. She's the author of that book that inspired the show. Kim, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's the morning after the big day. I know you've had an intimate relationship with all of these episodes in the series, but how do you feel today now that the premiere has aired?
I love it. I'm so excited. Everybody's response was so positive, and my family's just beside themselves finally. They were a little apprehensive at first.
What would make them apprehensive? Because was it because this is such an all-telling type of book that kind of hits a little too close to home for comfort?
I think the problem was so many times people thought it was solely about autobiography. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying. I'll help you out. Autobiography. And it's not completely just about you.
No,
There's
not at
lots
all.
of different versions of things happening.
Absolutely. I mean, so many people had, you just draw from people you know and experiences you've had, but not solely experiences you've had.
Yeah.
So it just
Some
really
of them are other people's experiences that maybe you took.
Absolutely.
Okay. So they kind of exhaled once they saw this series.
They did.
And I know you've seen it a couple of times now, these episodes. So not only your family's feedback, but what about your friends? Because some of them, your friends and your frenemies, I mean, everybody's kind of involved.
Well, and you know, all my friends just loved it, and they were really excited to see it finally get to television because they've heard about it for so long, and they've supported me for so long through the waiting and my being impatient and what have you. So they were really thrilled to see it on TV, and a lot of it too is you can't really perpetuate a myth when people can actually watch it on television. It's harder for people to read a book to go, okay, well now I see what they're saying. But so it's going to dispel all those myths that it's negative and that it's anti-Christian or any of those things that people were trying to say about it.
Right,
so.
and everyone's saying, the feedback that I've heard so far is that this doesn't make Texas or Dallas look ridiculous. It's very glamorous, it's very true, and it's not negative against Christians or Dallasites
or any particular people. No, it's making fun of all those of us that love God but don't always make the best choices to honor Him, which is what I'd said for the very beginning. But some people tried to make it into something it's not, and so now they can't do that anymore because you can watch it on ABC.
I love that. Like some people try to make it into something it's not. I wonder who she's talking about. I wonder if they're watching right now. Okay, best moment for you watching this episode. Is there any scene that particularly stands out or a character that you think, oh, this is amazing. This is really, they nailed this.
You know, just the whole thing. I mean, obviously, it's more Bobby Harling's than mine at this point, which is so good with me because the man's brilliant and talented and genius and all those many things that are so good when somebody takes over your project. So I'm just glad to see it in his and Darren Starr's hands.
Okay, and how many episodes were shot altogether? How many? 10. There's 10 altogether. And like any new series premiere, they kind of test the waters and we see how it goes, and then it gets reordered for that big second season that would happen in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Please God. So how are you feeling about it thus far? I mean, the feedback's been good. People are loving it. They say it's the new Dynasty. It's the new Desperate Housewives. Your biggest fan is actually here today. His name is Marcus Munson. He's the makeup artist that's going to be coming on in just a few minutes.
Oh, good.
He's really excited. So do you feel optimistic? Are we going to see that
I'm highly optimistic, yeah. My daughter was telling me that it was like in the top 10 Twitter things last night, which is supposed to be a big indicator. And everything I've seen is, you know, real positive and optimistic. So I think everybody's going to love it.
I love that. Your daughter said it was a top 10 Twitter thing, and that's how we keep up with our social media, through our kids and for our whole family and stuff. So that's really good. Okay, so you keep in touch with the writers, like they said. You get to see the scripts.
I do.
And you're closely linked to everything as it goes along. Has there been any bumps in the road as far as what's going to come up that you thought, this is not an accurate portrayal of my words and my story?
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, they know what's going to be embraced on a much broader plane than just locally. You know, that's what my experience was, and so I'm counting on them to draw everybody in. And I told somebody the other day, between Darren Starr and Bobby Harling, I think we have totally got every female in America covered.
I know that. Okay, let's talk about the females on the show, because Dallas is known for the hair, the makeup, the gloss, the bling. That's what we saw. A lot of pretty last night. Are you thinking it's over the top, or is that an accurate
No, I think
portrayal?
It's so accurate. You know, these women are all beautiful. They're all really intelligent. They're all really talented. They're all very much their own person. And that's how most of our good friends in Dallas are. You know, I mean, just look around at who our friends are.
Right. Okay, exactly. I thought it was pretty too. Okay, well, Kim, much success. We'll all be saying a little prayer for you for the next 10 episodes and to see this